YBM on the thing up.
Want to welcome those of you just joining us from elsewhere around the NFL. This offense at 4-0. They've been the talk of the league through the first month of the season, but now here down 8. Work to do in the final 90 seconds of this ball game, and no timeouts remaining. Extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Jackson. Complete to Chenault. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, that's the tight end Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Steps away to his left, and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
What a drive that was. They faced a 3rd and long a few moments ago, were able to overcome it, and now a 2-point game.
And this offense knew they had this perfect start to the season on the line. They got the first part done. Now comes the 2-point conversion.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when we're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. But I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew. It might have been something they've been working out, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Jaguars, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
So that wraps up our first NFL Power Rank.
That's why we in one thing up.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Dolphins and the Jags, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Landry that time. And second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And just a 30-yard. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, Charles, here as we continue to watch the Jags settle in on the first possession of the game, I think you have to be impressed with the way that this team has performed so far this year, given that they only won 1 game all of last season.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. There's a real buzz, a real discussion in Duval County, because while this team may not be playoff bound just yet, it has been since 2017. Remember, they made the AFC Championship game back then, so they're starting to dream. But the question still remains, is this team for real? We'll find out more today.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his veteran tight end Landry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 73 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me. And that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. Side by Dorsett. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 24, Jackson. They're trying to find Shark, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. They will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And
Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. To throw is Jackson. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Jackson. And Sharp hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for a Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. That pass also. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Play action. It's Jackson.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Jerome Baker, Dolphins leading tackler in 2020, in on the stop there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Welcome back now here in London. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's been a very hotly contested touchdown. It's caught at the 1. Carter Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, one thing you can say about Carter Landry, he has always been a red zone threat, and he makes the catch there for a touchdown.
And part of the reason he's been such a threat is his size.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Going deep here for Landry. He's got a man, complete. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Jackson.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. LaVisca Chenault,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
picked up by Javon Holland.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 3. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Landry again the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
And that's caught. It's the tight end, Tyler Davis.
And they want this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here's Jackson. There's Chark with a great grab.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Jackson to throw.
And this is caught. touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here?
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Jags, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the downward spiral continues as they...
I was talking with my crew before the show.
That's why we in when the thing up.
Always nice to get that come from behind win, and you balled out. Man, you just let the rest of the league know that we the real deal. Yes, sir.